For example, 1929, we have been reading when I was a student, Great Depression in books, etc. We never know how it feels like, but now we know, right? I mean, so we are extremely lucky. 2008, not necessarily a great year of ending, but definitely a great year of learning. So definitely we should try to take as much as possible out of that. Yes, as they say, failure teaches you many things. Failure gives you experience, so that you can grow. You will not do the same mistake again. But having said that, to get the experience, we should not be busy doing the mistakes every time. We should not be keep facing the failures every time just for the sake of learning. Then what a successful person should do? He should concentrate on the failures of others, so that he can take the experience from at the cost of others' mistakes, so that you can get the lessons out of it, but not at your own cost, and so that you can grow. Now US has given us so many examples of so many mistakes, so we can learn so many things, and without any hurting our own careers, right? So let's see what has happened. So much has been discussed about the US financial crisis and so much of research. I'm sure so many conferences would have happened, so many professors would have spoken, so many high-level people would have spoken, and so much of mystery was there, etc., etc. Even though it's like Ramayana, even in Ramayana you listen 100 times, still 101st time there will be something to learn, right? So this may be that 101st time. Maybe we'll try to demystify the things, how things went wrong. In any economy, there are three pillars. First is citizen, second is corporate, third is the regulator. Citizens, corporates, and the regulator. At the citizen level, in US, the main mistake was they are overspending nature. The savings rate in US is minus 0.5%. As against India's 39% and China's 34%. So, and just look at the context. That means if they earn $100, they spend $100.5 thanks to credit cards, right? So the spending habits of a US citizen is like a spending habits of a lavish son of a rich father. The spending habit of a US citizen is like a spending habit of a lavish son of a rich father. You cannot expect him to be rational in his spending habits. After all, generations and generations of wealth has been accumulated in US. So that brought them into this complacent mood that they can afford to be lavish, they can afford to be spending, right? So that is understandably the savings rate of the US has forced them to take more and more loans to be lavish, to spend on the unproductive things. So that has clearly shown. That was the first mistake happened at the citizen level. And at the corporate level is the US corporates, especially from the banking sector, is over leveraging. If the overspending of the citizens is the first mistake, at the corporate level, the main issue was the over-leveraging. So you being from the finance, it won't take much time for you to understand what I'm trying to say here, right? When I say over-leveraging, it is high debt-equity ratio. So let's try to simple balance sheet, very simple balance sheet of case study, what I'm trying to say here. Let's take a simple balance sheet. Let's say you started a business with $1. That is, equity is $1. And the base terms, when they got sold to JP Morgan for $1, $2, whatever that is 33:1. Their debt equity ratio was 33:1. On the day Lehman Brothers went bankrupt, their debt equity ratio was 28:1. In our simple balance sheet, let us try to see how bear sales went through. Let's say $1 is the equity, 33:1 means debt is $33. Simple 33:1 is the debt equity ratio. Balance sheet total is $34. So your asset total is $34. Now that means you have put in $1, you have taken $33 from the outside, and you have $34 with you. And with this $34, you have to again lend, because you are a banking and financial institution. $34 if you lend, let's assume there is a 3% bad debt. Let's assume there is a 3% NPA. Let's say there is a 3% non-recoverable loans. Bad debt, NPA, non-recoverable loan, at the end of the day, same meaning. So 3% on $34 is 1. Means your equity is wiped out. $34 balance sheet if it's on the asset side. Let's say there is a 3% bad debt. 3% on 34 is 1. Means your equity is wiped out. Why? Any loss because of the bad debts of the assets should be borne by the equity holder, not by the debt holder. Debt holder will say, boss, I have given the loan, you have to pay me back. Come on. So, I mean, after all, the loss of the profit has to be borne or enjoyed by the equity holders. So, 3%